In this video, we're going to look at managing events in the Google Calendar app. There are a few ways that you can add events to your Google Calendar. The first way is by clicking on the Create button at the top. This will open the Event Details screen where you can add a lot of information about an event. The date and time fields open up drop-down boxes allowing you to quickly choose different dates or times from the list. You could also extend this out over multiple days if you wanted. If this is something that's an all-day thing, there's this easy box to check so that you can make this happen for all day. You can also set up a repeat by clicking here. Clicking the checkbox will open this window where you can choose how you would like this event to repeat. That Google gives you several options to really customize recurring events. You can choose when it ends by choosing how many times or a specific date for the recurring event to stop. You also may choose to have it end never. Once you're happy with the changes you have made, you can just click Done to set up that repeat. I could turn the repeat back off again just by unselecting the checkbox. We can enter a location for the event, which will include a link to Google Maps on the event invite, as well as in the event details for all people invited to the event within the Google Calendar app. This can be handy when you're inviting people from out of town into meetings at our schools or offices. You can choose which of the calendars you own this event should be added to, and you can add as many details as you like in the description box. The box can be stretched out to include as much or as little information as you like. You can also add attachments from your Google Drive or upload things off of your computer. This makes it handy to share agendas and pertinent information with people who are coming to the meeting ahead of time. Remember, if you're sharing documents this way, you may also need to go in and change the sharing settings of the document to make it visible to people within your calendar event. You can choose an event color, as well as set notifications for yourself for when you want to be reminded about this event. You can choose to have an email or have a notification pop up on your Chrome browser in the bottom right-hand corner with a sound letting you know minutes, hours, days, or weeks before your event. You can add multiple notifications to an event if you want to be reminded multiple times. You can also show your change your visibility settings at the bottom of the event. Over here, I can invite others to attend this event by entering their email addresses. Contacts and people within our WRPS domain should pop up automatically for you once you start typing their email address. As you add each guest, they will be included in the list underneath participants, showing all of the people that are currently invited to this event. As these people RSVP that they can or cannot be that they will or will not be coming to your event, it will show up here if they are coming or not. You can decide if these guests can invite others, if they can see who all is invited, or also give them the option to be able to modify the event if you choose. This will give them a chance to change the date, the time, add attachments, or edit the description of this event. It would also give them the option to invite others. Note we are getting a warning here that Sue Green's calendar cannot be shown because Sue Green's calendar is not shared with us. This will not allow us to use the Find a Time option as we cannot see Sue's calendar. I'm just going to remove Sue from the list, as we do have access to Dan's calendar and we would be able to find a time for this meeting. So by clicking on the Find a Time tab up top, Google is going to put Mary and Dan's calendars side by side in the default view that we're looking at and the time frame that we have picked right now. Whereas we can see by this solid purple block that Mary is not working at this time, so this time's not going to work for a meeting. Being able to see Mary and Dan's calendars laid like this makes it easy for us to find a block of time that both of them will be available. Clicking Save will save the changes to the event. And notice we shared a file from Drive that wasn't shared with Dan previously. Calendar has caught this and is asking us if we'd like to share this file with him now. At this point, I can choose from my Google sharing settings by allowing Dan to edit, just comment, or only view the file that is attached to this event. Clicking Share and Save will share the file with him. Then I will get asked if I would like to send Dan an invitation. I'll go ahead and send an invitation to this event. Notice the meeting has been added to my calendar. Dan will have received an email requesting him to attend the meeting. When you have been invited to an event from Google Calendar, you'll get an email in your Gmail that will appear in your Updates tab if you're using the priority inbox. On the preview pane of the mail, you can click a small button at the end to RSVP right from your Gmail inbox. You could also open the email to see more details and RSVP here. Clicking the Yes link will open the event in a Google Calendar app where you could view any documents that are attached to it, as well as make changes if you've been given that authority. Clicking Save will add the event into your calendar. When guests accept invitations to your Google Calendar events, you'll get an email informing you that they have RSVP'd. If they have RSVP that they are accepting, your email will say that they have accepted the event. If you look at the event in Google Calendar, you'll see under the event details that a check mark is placed by any guests who have indicated that they are able to attend. If you make any changes at this point, you would want to hit the Save button to make sure that you have saved those changes to the calendar. If you make changes to the details or the items that are included or attached to the event, you will be asked if you want to send your guests updated invites. This way, everybody can stay on top of changes that are made to the details of the event or things that are added as the event gets closer. There are a couple other ways that you can add events to Google Calendar. One is by clicking on the day that you would like to add an event to. From this window, you can just enter in some simple information like a time and a title and click Create, at which point this will just be automatically added to your calendar with this time. From this window, you can also choose which of your calendars you're wanting to add this event to. If an event has been created on a calendar that's not your default calendar, within this little window that pops up when clicking on the event, you also get the option to copy this event to your own default calendar. Using the Edit Event button will open up the event detail window where you can add a lot more information as covered earlier in this video. When you're looking at a week or a day view, you can select out a chunk of time for an event to happen in. You'll get the same simple box popping up to just add a title and choose the calendar. Or you can open up a more detailed window to add those extra details as discussed earlier. When you choose out a block like this, you'll notice you also get the option to create appointment slots, which I will be talking about in our next video. At the left, clicking on the settings arrow, and then clicking on the create event on this calendar option. This will open up the calendar event details screen so that you can add specific details, as many or as few as you would like, to this calendar event. Once you have added everything you needed, you can click the Save button to add the event to the calendar that you chose before entering this screen. Finally, Google Calendar has something called a quick add. If you click the small arrow located next to the Create button, you will open up the quick add window. This allows you to enter details about an event quickly and have it added to your calendar. This can be particularly handy if you are planning events that are taking place a long ways down the line. Using the quick add allowed me to add a Christmas concert all the way down into December on this calendar. If we surf ahead to December, we'll see that that Christmas concert has been added at 7 p.m. on that date. Those are all the ways that you can add and modify events for a calendar, keeping in mind that if you need to change an event up, you can just click on any one of them, and hit the Edit Event button to open this event details screen. You can change the times, change the descriptions, and add attachments at any point in time, as well as notify guests about changes you have made. Continue watching to learn how to use your Google Calendar to set up appointment slots.